In about 7 months, the Las Vegas Strip will echo with the sounds of Formula One, but bringing Grand Prix racing to the core of our valley, it's a major challenge.
But it isn't the first time Las Vegas streets have been turned into a racetrack. 16 years ago, downtown had its own brush with motorsports. John
Langler looked into it, looking back at what went right and what went wrong.
This is the corner of Main and Bonneville. Speed limit around 30 miles an hour. 16 years ago, it was a little more. This was part of 2007's Vegas Grand Prix circuit. The old Champ Car series came to town, a nearly 2-mile racetrack snaked through downtown Las Vegas.
Well, we're having fun. You know, it's like icing on the cake. This is great.
One of the driving forces behind the race, Dale Jensen.
What we're doing is we're throwing a big party, and we just happen to have a race that breaks out.
The Phoenix businessman has a slightly different take on the race today.
The bad side was what it cost me. I mean, that was expensive.
At the time, Champ Car was one of the top racing series in the country. Paul Tracy was one of its top drivers. The Canadian also called Las Vegas home at the time.
Kind of the start of revitalizing the downtown. All the potential was there. It just didn't last.
Back in 2007, Jorge Cervantes was Deputy Public Works Director.
We've been having almost weekly meetings with a lot of property owners.
Today, he's the city manager.
It was a big effort. We hadn't really closed down that portion of downtown before. So it took a lot of planning, a lot of effort, a lot of people to pull this off.
Early on, Jensen had setbacks.
What sales do we have? Everybody was kind of, well, we haven't got them yet.
As race weekend started, there were 40,000 or so fans. More watched for free along the streets. But even the streets were a problem. Road crews had to cut down the crown in the road along Ogden. Race cars were taking flight.
The track was actually a really nice street course.
While competitors enjoyed the track layout, the public complained about getting around the closures.
How do you keep businesses going? How do you keep people circulating while all this being set up?
The race was supposed to come back for 2 more years, except
after the problems we faced getting the sponsorship and those type of things for the race, I just didn't have the stomach to go try it again.
Jensen lost a lot of the $6 million he put in. Then the Champ Car series went away after the season. Added all together, the Vegas Grand Prix was one and done.
A shame, really, because I think it had great potential.
Away we go. Hamilton gets away.
This November, the much bigger Formula One circus comes to town. It's a chance for Las Vegas to give street racing another high-profile try.
They said that it's going to be the first time they've ever had a race on the Strip, and I was like, wait a minute, we did have a race on the Strip.
It was successful in that it was a good race. I ended up losing, but whatever.
Jensen says in 2007, the Las Vegas Strip was unavailable for his race. The same was the case for Formula One's first visit to town in the early 80s. He hopes to come back to town for our big event this November.